Hello everyone and welcome to the iSpring Solutions webinar. Thank you very much for joining us today as we're going to be speaking about how to quickly launch online training with iSpring 8.7. My name is Paulina, I'm a community manager, and I will be the moderator for today's webinar. As a speaker, we have invited Elena Galvez. Hi Elena, how are you doing?
Hi, Paulina. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great, thanks for asking. Very excited for today's webinar. Elena is our Senior Customer Care Manager, and she's working with iSpring clients, helping them to decide how iSpring can be a perfect fit for their needs. And today she will be happy to cover the topic for you. And as always, at the end of the webinar, we're going to have a Q&A session. So guys, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, don't hesitate to submit them in the question box, and it should be on the right side of your GoToWebinar panel. And at this point, I think we're ready to begin. So, Elena, I am passing the mic over to you.
Okay, great. Thank you. So, guys, hi again. I'm happy that you came, and thank you all for joining our webinar today. I hope that by the end of this webinar, you'll learn how to quickly launch e-learning with iSpring, and you might ask why quickly? And there are at least 5 reasons to that. So, first and foremost, iSpring will cover all the aspects of your e-learning process. So you get the tool and the learning management system. So there are 2 components. The second reason is that iSpring products are user-friendly, they are very intuitive and easy to navigate. And here's what our customers say about iSpring. So John says, iSpring is easy to use. They have steady updates and webinars. Our entire e-learning website is iSpring based. Elizabeth says, iSpring is easy to use if you are already familiar with PowerPoint. There is a small learning curve, but it's pretty straightforward compared to learning a whole new piece of software. It's right up there as an extension in PowerPoint itself. And Michael says, iSpring is easy to use and work with, allowing someone with little to no HTML5 knowledge to be able to create engaging web apps and training. Combined with advanced PowerPoint knowledge, a great e-learning program or even website can be created quite efficiently. And that's usually what our customers say, that it's pretty easy to use. Moreover, if you need help with the software, we'll be happy to provide you and or your colleagues with a personalized training program. So if you need any help with that, don't worry. You can start with an overview webinar or go straight with advanced training on specific features based on your needs. And it's usually done online at a convenient time. Usually we can do that with GoToMeeting or GoToWebinar. Apart from that, iSpring provides free email and phone-based support to all customers within the maintenance plan and to those who are using the trial version. So if you have any questions about our products, you can always contact our tech support engineers. You can see them on our website on the screen, and you can always dial the support number and reach a real person. If you have any questions, they'll be happy to assist you. And here's another list of testimonials, I would say, what our clients think about our support. Sue says, the fact that iSpring Tech Support is the most superior support I have had on any product is a huge plus. They respond immediately and see the issue to the end, providing pic and video examples. You truly get more than you pay for in support and webinars. And Simon says, what made me upgrade from demo product to paid license and has kept me upgraded is the support behind the product. There are people who respond with consideration for what I need over following some script. I'm impressed by iSpring software, but most of all by the solid support that keeps me productive instead of frustrated. And we also have an extensive help docs library with various articles, FAQs, instructions, and video tutorials. So you won't be alone. You can always find helpful information on our website or contact our tech support. And one more thing I'd like to highlight is that we constantly release new updates and add new features based on the requests of our customers. So you're more than welcome to share your feedback and let us know what new features you would like to see in the coming versions. And if for some reason we cannot add the new feature to our existing versions, we can definitely do it as a custom project. So our qualified engineers will develop the custom user interface or provide the unique functionality and implement high-level integrations upon your request. And we have testimonials for the custom development as well. So you can find them on our website. Um, so here are some more testimonials. Natalia says, every year we hold a certification program for all employees of our service centers, and usually I reserve 4 months to prepare this type of training. I couldn't believe it, but with iSpring I was able to complete everything in just 1 month. With iSpring, the testing is done ahead of the in-person training, which saves time in the classroom. I would say we save 50% of our time by having tests done ahead. Time is also doubly saved by having to type instead of write answers by the learner. That's Hilda Fiok. So to sum up, if you want to quickly launch e-learning in your company, give iSpring a try like our clients did, and I'm sure you'll find it really easy to use. So now I'm ready to move on to the main part of my presentation and introduce the software, the solution, which will help you quickly start online training. And it includes our course builder and the LMS. So you can see my screen, right, Paulina?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, great. So before I do that, I'd like to ask you one question. If you guys can send in the chat box if you can send the answers, that would be great. And the question is, what are your training goals? Like what you'd like to achieve with iSpring or with some other e-learning software. That would be great if you could send your answers in the question box. So I'll give you a couple of moments to do that. We would really appreciate your feedback. And for those who just joined, we'll start the webinar, the demo itself, in a moment. All right, I see there are a couple of questions.
Yeah, there are some answers coming. Do you want to read them, Elena?
Okay, sure. Just a few of them. Get modules designed and uploaded into our LMS quickly and efficiently to provide a more engaging training experience for the LMS participants, consistency in training between presenters, thoroughly catalog all operations and maintenance duties in our LMS. I'd like to know how to create mouse over effects in pop-up windows. What are the functionalities of PowerPoint that iSpring supports, and what are the functionalities that are not supported? Well, if you have any questions, guys, you can send them during the webinar. I'll definitely answer them at the end of the webinar. As far as this question is concerned, the pop-up windows and mouse over effects, they are created in PowerPoint, and iSpring does support those effects. So you can definitely use the PowerPoint functionalities like that, various triggers, animations, and transitions. And when you convert your presentations with iSpring, all those effects will be supported. And we have a list of the transitions and animations that are supported. So if you want, you can look them up on our website. Okay, there are a few more. but I believe now I can move on to the presentation. Okay, thank you guys very much for your feedback. And let me start with our software, iSpring Suite. So as you can see, iSpring Suite appears as an additional tab in your PowerPoint, and when you click on this tab, you will see all the tools that iSpring offers. So you can create interactive courses and enhance them with voiceovers, video narrations, quizzes, surveys, interactions, dialogue, scenarios, and you can also add screencasts and characters. So this is everything. Don't worry if it looks a lot at first, but iSpring is a part, I mean, it works as a part of PowerPoint. So if you know how to use PowerPoint, you can definitely start using iSpring pretty quick. So first, if you want to convert your presentation, you need to go to the Publish window, and there are a few formats. So here's the Publish window. So you can upload your presentation to the website or to iSpring Cloud, or you can publish it as a CD, as a file for a CD. Then you can upload it to iSpring Learn, to some third-party LMS, or to YouTube if you convert your presentation to the video format as an MP4 file. And you can also save it as an MP4 file on your computer. So there are a few options. Thanks to the support of the combined format of HTML5 plus Flash, the iSpring content can be viewed on all types of devices. So it's not just desktop browsers, but also and not only iPads, but also other tablets and smartphones, including Android and Windows devices. So basically, to convert your presentation, you need to select the format and then hit publish, and this is it. So then you can upload the presentation to any destination. But if you want to enhance your presentation with iSpring features, you can use these options on the main ribbon. So you can add the presenter's information, you can add their name, title, email, some contact information, the picture. Then you can add audio and video narrations if you use the narration tab. And then you can sync the video and the audio with your slides and animations. It's pretty easy. You can record your audio and video right from this main panel, or go to the import section and then import your files from the computer and sync the slides. So you'll just need to hit on sync and then start sync. So this main button, it will change based on what you have on your slides. If you have any on-click animations, it will say next animation. If you don't have any on-click animations, it will say next slide. So you'll just need to hit on this main button, and then this way your video or audio will be synced with the slides and animations. Then, of course, if you want to improve your learners' skills and if you want to see whether your learners actually learn anything, you can use iSpring Quizmaker. So you can add quizzes and tests. So to add a quiz, you'll need to add a blank slide first. Let me do that. I have a quiz on slide 10, and I will add a new quiz on slide 11. So you need to simply click on where it says quiz, And then you can start creating graded quizzes or surveys. So all you need to do is just select the question type you want to use in your quiz or in your survey. And iSpring offers 23 types of questions. They are 11 graded types of questions and 12 survey ones. So you can divide them into groups. You can create a few groups here and then add more questions to that other group. And if you have a few question groups in a single quiz, and if you want your users to know their score for each of those groups, you can open the quiz properties and enable this new feature. So it can be a single passing score for the entire test, or you can set a required completion of all test groups. All right, and you can also make your questions more interactive. You can insert pictures, audio, and video, so they will appear in the question box. But if you want, you can also add the audio and video or pictures to your feedback, so users will see, it will be more engaging and they will see whether the answer is correct or incorrect. Let me show you a couple of examples so you can see how it looks. You can also change the color of the background, or you can add a picture as a background, just like in this quiz. And it can be a different background for different questions. I'm not really sure if you can hear the sound with this feedback, but you can definitely go to our website, iSpringSolutions.com, to the iSpring Suite page and then the demos page, and you can check this demo out. You can even open it on your mobile device and see how it works on mobile devices. All right, and you can, as I said, you can set the feedback, but you can also set the branching. So, for example, if the answer is correct, you can forward users to the next question. If the answer is incorrect, you can add an info slide and add some explanation why the answer is wrong. And this way, the learner will have this learner will have an opportunity to find out more on that topic and understand why the answer was wrong. And of course, you can set the limitations, like you can limit the time. So your learners have just 1 minute to answer a certain question. You can also set some penalty if the answer is incorrect. And if you want, you can give some more attempts to answer the question. All right, so this is iSpring QuizMaker. One more important thing about iSpring QuizMaker is that you can send the quiz results to your email address if you want to receive a notification that that the quiz was passed or failed. But of course, if you want to track the views, not only the quiz results, but also the presentation views. If you want to see how much time a user spent on a certain course, you can track all that information in an LMS. That's why those systems exist, basically. So I can show that to you later, and you will understand. So to insert the quiz into your PowerPoint presentation, you need to hit on Save and Return to Course, and then your you will have a placeholder on in your PowerPoint that will indicate that you have a quiz inserted into that slide. So you can have as many quizzes as you want. I mean, there is no limitation on how many quizzes you insert in your PowerPoint. As you can see here, I have 2. And this way you can actually create some kind of a learning path where your learners can view the slides, then pass the quiz, and after that they can move on to the next part of the presentation and then take another quiz. So you can limit that navigation in Presentation Explorer. So you can see this quiz icon, you can set the quiz properties so that only after they pass the quiz they can move on to the next part of the presentation. All right, the next tool that we have, the next
Elena,
component, yes?
before we move on to the next tool, maybe we can cover a couple of questions about QuizMaker.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, so could you please explain the difference between graded and survey questions?
The graded questions are used if you want to set some score and your learners will either pass or fail the quiz. As for the survey questions, they are used if you want to simply gather some information, so you don't really want to evaluate the results. If you do some surveys, if you want to understand what your audience thinks, or if you want to.
Collect feedback or statistics, for example.
Yes, that's right. So if you want to do that, you can use the survey questions.
Mhm. Okay, thank you. And another question, should the questions be added to the question bank in the Moodle LMS platform, or can they be added directly in here?
The questions, when you use iSpring, the questions are added to the quiz that you create with iSpring. So if you want, you can create a pool of questions and then set the option here, select random questions. So it will be, for example, you can have like 100 questions and then you can set the randomization here so your learners will see just 10 and they will be randomized.
Hmm.
So you don't have to create the same quiz in Moodle. So, but of course it depends on how you set up your training.
Hmm. And can you have multiple correct answers for each question?
Um, it depends on the question type. For example, multiple choice, it has a few options but only one correct answer. If it's multiple response, then of course there can be 2 correct answers. So it
Mm.
depends on what type of question you use.
Right, and last question for that at that time, can the questions be timed?
Yes, so if you add your question, you can find the options tab here and you can set the timing. So your learners will have um, a short time limit to answer the question, but the result does not depend on how much time a user spent on this question. So it just shows that the time is limited and the user has to answer the questions quickly.
Hmm. Okay, thank you. And there is a comment from Libby. I have found that it's easier to create quiz in iSpring than Moodle. iSpring offers easy interactive quiz question options. And
That's great.
yeah, we do have some more questions about QuizMaker, but let's move on and then cover them during the Q&A session.
All right. Okay, so as I said, you can add interactions. It's our other component of iSpring. And we have 4 types of interactions. They are a book, directory, FAQ, and timeline. It's pretty easy. I mean, it's really intuitive. I don't think I need to spend a lot of time on demonstrating this tool, but just a few options. So you can, for example, this interaction, you can add text, you can add images, you can insert characters, and then create a book. Let me show you the examples. I think it will be better. Okay, so here it is. So basically it looks like an online book. It's really simple. We added pictures and text and that's it. So um, if you don't want to use PowerPoint to create this kind of interactions, I mean, if you want to present your information in some other way, you can use our interactions to do that. So the next one is glossary. So it is this type of interaction where you can add your information in this kind of a directory or dictionary so your learners can find the right term. Then FAQ. If you have a list of frequently asked questions, you can put them in this type of interaction where you can add the question and then the answers appear in this kind of a drop-down window. Then the last one is the timeline interaction. You can add your info in this kind of periods, and you can add events to those periods. It can be some historical information, or you can create some kind of a step-by-step instruction so it's easier for users to move from step 1 to step 2 and so on. So that is iSpring Visuals, our interactions. Then the next tool is our dialogue simulation tool. So it's called iSpring TalkMaster. You can use it to create dialogue simulations or some kind of scripts. So you can add a scene first and then more scenes based on the first scene. And so let me actually create a short dialogue. Hello, I'm looking for, so it can be anything. You can select a character and the mood. So this, for example, a client came into your shop or called you. This client is puzzled or confused, and you can select the background. We have some built-in backgrounds, but you can import your own background, so you can use this option. Okay, and then you can add a few replies. I'll be happy to help you. Sorry, I'm busy. And then based on the scene, you can create 2 more scenes. So in the first case, for the first reply, the dialogue will continue. So your customer support representative or sales representative will talk to this customer and help this customer to find something he or she is looking for. And the second one will lead to an end of a conversation, basically. Okay, bye. So you can create a pretty large dialogue, so it will look like a large tree of scenes. And we have a few examples on our website. car sale dialog. So this tool is used mostly for those who want to train their sales teams or support teams on how to communicate with their customers. And as you can see here, it shows the emotion meter. You can also add some messages. So your employee will understand that the answer was wrong or incorrect, or whether your employee did a good job. So it really imitates some real life conversation or uh, a conversation over the phone. It depends on what kind of background you use and what character you use. You can actually take pictures in your office and then import those pictures of your colleagues and use them in your dialogues. So it will look like a real situation. Okay, so just like with quizzes, you can import the dialogues into your PowerPoint. So you need to hit on Save and Return to Course, or you can go to the main menu and hit Publish, and you'll find the same options. And this way you can import the dialogues into your website or publish them to your LMS or to one of our platforms. You can also add audio narrations with the voiceover option here. Okay, so that's about our dialogue simulations. Then you can add screencasts. Last but not least. So you need to select the area that you want to record, and then you can use your microphone too, and then just hit start in you recording. So I'll open. Oh, okay, here it is. So with this tool, you can create the screencasts to record what you do on your computer. Like if you want to create some video tutorials, you can use this tool for that. And we have a lot of video tutorials on our YouTube channel. If you go to our channel, you'll find those recordings. Some of them were created with our tool, so you can see how it works. And basically, the recordings are saved on your computer as an MP4 video file, but you can also upload those video files to your YouTube channel. So, or you can just embed them into your website. So there are different options. For some reason I get this message here. Okay, anyway, so it's really easy to use. I'm sure you'll understand how to use this tool quickly. And then you can also insert YouTube videos, web objects, and Flash movies. If you insert Flash movies, you need to note that they will not work on mobile devices. So if you want to use the Flash movies, your learners can view the content on desktops only. So please take that into account. Then, as I said, you can insert YouTube videos and web objects, so they will be a part of your presentation. And this way, your learners won't need to use some additional tabs to open the window, open the video, they can view the video right within your PowerPoint. So they will not be redirected to some other page to view the video. All
Elena,
right.
I just
Mhm.
want to let you know that we have about like 10 minutes for you to
Sure.
wrap up.
I'm going to cover a few more things about iSpring Suite and then go move on to iSpring Learn, and
Hmm.
that's about it.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so we have also added the content library to our new version 8.7. It includes our slide templates, characters, backgrounds, objects, and icons. iSpring Suite has the free templates that you can use. There are a lot of them. And if you want to have the advanced package, to get access to all of the templates, all of the characters, backgrounds, and objects and icons, you can purchase the subscription. To those who have iSpring Suite, you can purchase the subscription with a discount, so you can get access to all of the templates. And it's pretty large. It's an extensive library of various characters. You can search for the right character using the filters in this window. So if you work in a certain area, um, you can select the option here and then search for the right character. There are a lot of them. Then you can also use various backgrounds. It's much easier when the backgrounds are built in the library because you don't need to search for those files somewhere online, for the pictures, for images and objects. So it would really save your time, and it's really convenient because when you even if you have some stock images, you have to search for them on your computer. You need to save them somewhere on your computer, whereas with this library, you can have everything in one tool. So it makes it easier. And our designers added a lot of navigation buttons, controls, icons, so you can use them just like in PowerPoint, and then you can add a trigger or some hyperlink so your learners can hit on the button, for example, and then get redirected to some other slide or to some other page. So they work just like in PowerPoint objects. And you can set some design um, in the Design tab. So, or when you format those objects. So they work just like any other PowerPoint object. Well, so I think that's about it about iSpring Suite. And now we can move on to iSpring Learn, our learning management system. As I mentioned earlier, you can import the PowerPoint presentations into your website or just save them on your computer. But if you want to launch e-learning, you need to be able to track the results, right? So you can do that with an LMS. You can use some third-party LMS, but we do recommend using iSpring Learn because it was designed specifically for our authoring tools, and it's tightly integrated with our software. So you can track really detailed results, and that's the advantage of iSpring Learn because you can find an extensive set of reports when you start using it. So first of all, iSpring Learn it's not installed on your computer, just like any other LMS. It works as a website. So here it is. When you log in as an administrator, you'll see the dashboard where you can track the main information like the number of courses, number of users, groups, etc. So when you publish your course, you can do that directly from iSpring Suite. So you can select the folder right here in the iSpring Suite window, or you can go to the iSpring Learn page and hit on content, so you can upload the files from the web view, so you don't need to use just iSpring Suite. So if you use some other authoring tools as well, you can upload the content as core, and you can also upload other types of files like video files, audio files, some documents, and then you can track the views for those files here too. Then you can also create learning paths. As I mentioned earlier, you can create some kind of learning paths in PowerPoint when you use the iSpring quizzes, and then you can limit the navigation within your presentation, but it might make your PowerPoint pretty large if you put in a few presentations into one long presentation. So you can use the learning path in iSpring Learn, and let me show you a couple of examples here, so how it looks. If you create a learning path, you can add a chapter 1. Then you can add a few courses here. You can select some existing courses or upload a new course. Then create a new chapter 2 and add more courses here. For example, these two. And then you can set the navigation. So if you check page progress, your learners will have to complete the all courses in the first chapter to start the next chapter. So it works the same way in with the quizzes in PowerPoint. And as I said, the main advantage of iSpring Learn is the set of reports that we have here. And if you go to the Reports tab, you can see the types of reports that we have. So they are quiz reports, people reports, content reports, and if you sell your courses with iSpring Learn, you can also run the eCommerce reports and learning path reports. So first of all, if you want to track the quiz results, you can use the quiz reports like score results, so you can see the score. But if you want to run the user activity report, you will see the activity of this user for all courses, not just quizzes, but for presentations too. And you can see the duration, the score here, how many slides were viewed. For example, this one, it has 26 slides and only 13 of them were viewed, and the quiz was not started. You can also run the group activity report if you want to see how your learners complete the courses, and if you want to see who is the best, who needs to spend some more time on the training. So it's really convenient. And you can also print the results, I mean the report. You can email it to your manager, or you can export a report as one of the files, CSV, XML, or PDF. So that's how the reports work. And as for the e-commerce reports, you can, as I said, you can sell the content with iSpring Learn, and a lot of our customers do that. They sell their courses with iSpring Learn, and to do that, you can go to the e-commerce tab, add your account information. It can be PayPal account or authorized.net account, and then you just need to set the price for your course, and then you can start selling that course. So um, it is in availability here. So for example, $10 for one learning path. Then, of course, you can issue the certificates of completion. It is really important for those who do the staff training. A lot of our customers ask whether we have this option. We do. So you can create your own template for the certificate of completion and then upload it to iSpring Learn. So your learners, your users can um, show that certificate demonstrating that they completed the course. If you want to see how it looks, you can go to the settings tab, then to the user portal, and you can preview the user portal. And here, let me see, in the completed tab, I have this quiz, which has this certificate of completion. It has a custom certificate of completion because, well, I mean, it was uploaded in advance, and it is in French, but it was generated automatically. So it has the name of the user, the date when the course was completed, and you can also add some other fields so you can put your signature, for example. We have a built-in template, but I'm sure you'd like to use your own one with your company logo, and you can create this template really easily. We have a video tutorial for that. And this is the view, the user portal view, so your learners will see the to-do list, the courses that are required. They have to take these courses. The optional tab shows the courses that are not required. They are optional. I don't have any here. And the completed tab shows the courses that were passed, they were completed. And your learners can also leave comments. They can post their comments here or ask their questions, of course, if you enable that option, because the discussions board can be disabled. So I think that's about it about iSpring Learn. One more thing is that you can upload an unlimited number of courses. We don't have any limitations on that, and of course there are no limitations on the number of views. The price is based on the number of active users, and an active user is any user who logs into the system at least once during a month, and you just need to select the plan that you'd like to go with. So if you have like 1,000 users, they can all be registered in the system, but if only 50 of them log in every month, you can go with a plan for 50 users. So you don't have to pay for those registered users who are not active. So I think that is all about iSpring Learn. Do we have any questions?
Of course. All right, so let's cover the
Right.
questions about iSpring Learn at first from George. Just to clarify that, can the iSpring Learn management system be used as an LMS like Blackboard?
Sure, definitely. I mean, I'm not really sure what features you use in Blackboard or which features you would use in Blackboard, but iSpring Learn is just like any other LMS. The advantage of it is that it has a lot of reports. I mean, if you want to track various results, and we also have mobile apps for iSpring Learn, so your learners can view the content on their mobile devices. They can use their Android or iOS devices, and the content can be viewed offline, so they don't have to have the internet connection for that. And it's really convenient. I mean, they can view the content wherever they want, whenever they want, so um, you can test the apps out. They are free. You can find them on our you can find them on the App Store or Google Play. You can also search for them on our website if you type in mobile on our website, and you'll find the page with the info about our iSpring Learn mobile app. So basically, here it is. So, um, and another advantage of iSpring Learn is that it's integrated with our authoring tools. So you can definitely use it
Mm-hmm.
just like Blackboard.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Elena. And is the learning management system limited to use in the cloud? How would it be hosted?
Um, I'm not sure if I understand this question correctly, but iSpring Learn is used online. I mean, you don't need to install it or anything. I mean, if you just create an account, you can have your own URL. You can set that in the settings, in the account settings. And it is hosted on our server, but if you want iSpring Learn, it can also be installed on your server. Some companies have this security policy where they cannot use some other servers, third-party servers. They have to use their internal server. That's why we have that option, but if you don't have any security policy like that, you can simply create an account on our website. If you go to the iSpring Learn page, sign up free, uh, hit on sign up free, and then set up the account. You'll just need to enter your name, your email, your phone number, and then you'll have an account like that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Elena. We also have a comment from Jeff. I should mention that for mobile learning, the content must be published directly from iSpring Suite to iSpring Learn, not uploading from the LMS.
Um, right. So, well, I mean, if you use our software, iSpring Suite, that's right. The best way to publish the content is use the publish window and then select iSpring Learn. But if you use some other software, e-learning software, or if you use some other types of files, you can definitely use the web interface.
Mm-hmm. A question from Jason. Are learners manually added to iSpring Learn, or is the integration with Oracle to have new learners added removed?
Right, that's what I haven't covered. You can use the People tab to add new users. I mean, you can add them one by one. Just enter the email addresses here. You can also use the import option if you just fill out the Excel file, and you can. The third option is the self-registration, so your learners can register themselves, and you don't need to add them manually. But another automatic option is that you can integrate iSpring Learn with some other platform through API or single sign-on, and your learners, your users will be added or deleted automatically. That can be done, of course. We have articles on our website. If you search for iSpring Learn Single Sign-On, you can find that information in the detailed article.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have IT guys who can help you with that, they'll definitely understand how to do that.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Elena. Question from Steven. Is iSpring Learn exclusively in browser or is there also an Android and or iOS application?
We have the mobile apps, but they are used for mostly for learners who want to view the content. But if you want to manage your learners, you need to use the browser version. I mean, the desktop version, because if you want to upload your content, you need to do that from your desktop. But the learners can definitely use the mobile apps and they can view the content offline.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. And a quick question from John. The charge is when user gets... Can you hear me?
Yes, sure.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. The charge is when user gets into iSpring Learn or when the user starts a training.
It starts when the user logs in. So this user might not view the content, but if this user logs into the system, this user is considered as an active user. So that's how our pricing works.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. And let's go to the questions about iSpring Quizmaker.
Mhm.
So, question from Jeff. How are multiple quiz grades recorded on the LMS?
So if you use multiple choice, I'm sorry, you meant if there are a few quizzes, right? Or
How are
multiple.
multiple quiz grades recorded on the LMS? Yes, there are
Right.
multiple quizzes. Hmm.
Okay, I see. Well, you can when you publish your presentation with a few quizzes, and it can be in some other LMS or it can be iSpring Learn. You can go to the Learning Course tab and customize the way your score is. Uh, I mean, how the passing score is created, I would say. So let me select all slides here and then I can show you. So you can rate um, both slides and quizzes or just slides or just quizzes and simulations. So for example, if you want your learners to view all of the slides and pass all of the quizzes, you need to set that here. But if the slides are not really important, I mean, if it's not important for you whether your learners view the slides, and if it's important that they pass the quizzes, you can check this box. And then as you can see here, the score, I mean, your quizzes can have different scores and the passing score can be different. So it's basically calculated, I mean, the total score is calculated based on your quizzes here. So you can also set the custom passing score or just the max score. So basically you can see that info here. And if you want to change the passing score for your quizzes, you need to open the quiz itself and do that for each quiz. So it's done in the quiz properties here.
Mm-hmm.
So basically the result will be calculated like that. But as you can see here, you can also check just one box. I mean, for example, if you have a few quizzes and it's important that they pass just the final test or exam, you can check just one box here. So you will have the result for just one quiz. So it depends on how you want to set your course.
Mm-hmm. And if the answer is wrong, can the testee be directed to the area where correct answer would be found in the PowerPoint?
When you insert your quiz and set the branching, the branching is set within the quiz, so you cannot really forward your learners to some slide in the presentation. You can create a blank slide, an info slide, and you can basically just copy and paste the same info here, add the same picture, and your learner will be able to read the information again. But I know that we are planning to add this feature where you will be able to redirect your learners to a certain slide in your PowerPoint. I'm not really sure when exactly this feature will be available. It might be with version 9, but I cannot say for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks, Selena. And can you have different feedback for each alternative?
At this point, it's let me take a look at the multiple response. It can be correct, incorrect, and partial. So there are three options. We don't have the um, different alternatives for different answers at this point, but I'll definitely forward your request to our product managers, and the more requests we have, the sooner we'll add this feature to our tool.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Um, Another question. Does the record video come with the iSpring 8?
Um, the video recording actually was, if you mean the narration tab where you can record your video narrations, that feature was added like many years ago, as far as I remember. I think it was available starting from version 4 or 5. But as for the screencast, screen recording, this feature was added to the new version 8. So we do improve our software and add more features to it every year.
Mm-hmm. And a question from sorry, about screen recording. Does the screen recording feature show the mouse cursor so that I can simulate the user clicking on specific areas?
You can enable that, the mouse cursor, right? Yes, you can do that. Um, or you can disable it. You can also enable the system sounds or your microphone, so you can simulate the usage of of something on your computer.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right. And another question about Quizmaker. Is there a way to change the font and font color?
sure, you can do that in the slide view tab. So when you open your quiz, you see the form view. But if you go to the slide view tab, you can do practically anything you want. I mean, you
Mhm.
can change the theme, you can change the font,
You can also
the
add your own background on the slide and also add another image on it, which I
yes.
personally absolutely love. And you can see in the slide view how it's gonna look, which I think
Hmm.
is very useful. And,
That's right.
and where is the color change, Elena, for the font?
Here it is. So, oh well, actually, let me see. I think it was somewhere here. I don't remember. I'm sorry. Oh, it's interesting. I'm lost. Sorry about that. But
Well, there
oh,
is
here it is. Yes, I'm a little confused now. Well, anyway, so you can select the color here, and you can choose whether it will be bold or the weights, whether it's centered. If you, the fonts that we have here, they are actually the fonts that you have in your Windows system. I mean, so
Mhm.
if you install some new fonts, you can also use them here.
Right. And a question from Jason. In Quizmaker, what is the equation feature and when would you use it?
The equation feature is used if you want to add some mathematical questions. So I don't think the equations are used a lot, but um,
For
teachers,
teachers,
for
for
example,
example, yeah.
yes, they use them a lot. So you can insert the equations here, then
I think that we
it
actually
will
have a
be.
math quiz example or math test demo on
Yes, I
our
think
website.
it should be somewhere on our website.
Geometry.
Not here maybe, but for the,
It's right
oh,
there.
here it is. Right, geometry test. So if you take a look at this example, you'll see how those equations are used. Um, it's a picture here, but continue. So here they are,
Mm-hmm.
and some of our customers use those equations. All right.
Mm-hmm. And we have another question from George. After recording a message in a PowerPoint slide and saving the narration, could one enter or insert additional information in the slide without re-recording the entire slide message? If so, how
Sure.
could that be done?
Okay, so if you add some audio video or video narration, you can definitely change something on the slide. It will not really change your narrations. It will not interfere with that. So because the when you set the narration in your in the manage narration window, basically it just sets the timing for your slides. So it's not the info that you have on your slide does not really affect the narrations. So you can definitely do that. I mean, change something. But of course, if you delete some slides or add more slides, the timing can move. So you can go back to your manage narration window and resync your narrations, or you can preview the narration and see whether everything's all right or something needs to be changed.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thanks, Selena. And it looks like at this point we have covered all the questions from our audience.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you guys don't have any other questions, um, we are ready to wrap up at this point. Elena, would you like to say anything else?
Yes, I'd like to say that we have two cases of our customers that we can send to you after the webinar along with the recording,
Mm-hmm.
and you will see how our customers quickly started e-learning in their companies using iSpring, so it might be really helpful for you.
Right. We've covered two clients' cases who use iSpring authoring tool plus iSpring LMS, and they were able to find a solution for the case in their organization, and you will be able to review those cases at your own pace after you receive a mailing with webinar resources like webinar recording and the presentation.
All right, great.
Okay, so if you guys found this presentation useful, you're more than welcome to share your feedback in the comments section. And I would like to thank all of you for coming today and spending this hour with us. We really enjoyed it, and we hope that you enjoyed it as well. And I would like to thank Elena for covering the presentation for us today and for addressing all the attendees' questions. Thank you very much, Elena, for doing that.
Thank you, Paulina. Thank you very much, everyone. I hope it was really helpful for you.
Yep, and if you guys have any questions, you are more than welcome to send them to support@ispringsolutions.com, and we will get back to you with the answers. And I will be sending all the webinar resources later this week, so don't worry, all of you will receive them. All right, so I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and see you at the next webinar.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Goodbye.